ISIS on the verge of defeat in Iraq and Syria. The terror group losing 98% of its territory, 50% of its so-called caliphate taken back just since President Trump took office. This according to military officials. Now, reports indicate that fewer than 1,000 ISIS fighters remain in Iraq and Syria. Here now is retired Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin. General Boykin, nice to see you, sir.
Good to be with you.
So my first question is just how much of this do you attribute to President Trump's fight to win policy and his policy for fighting ISIS in Iraq and Syria?
Well, I don't think that you would see any of this happening had it not been for President Trump coming on the scene as the commander-in-chief. Look, he has given our military not only the equipment that they need, such as the aircraft for bombing and the artillery, to also be used for the same purposes, but he's given them a new set of rules of engagement and allowed the commanders on the ground to actually pursue ISIS. He understands the concept of winning the fight, which is something the previous administration never could get their arms around.
You know, right now we're looking at a picture of ISIS territory, and I want to take a look at some of those pictures. The current ISIS territory compared to the way it looked in 2014. Even if we take a look at the map, current ISIS territory compared to the way it looked when President Trump took office, the picture seems to tell 1,000 words, or I guess you could say 1,000 fighters left. But what I'm asking is, what about the so-called cyber caliphate? It seems as though we're seeing ISIS fighters move to other regions. We're seeing attacks in places like Kabul in Afghanistan. We know that they're moving into Egypt, and then they're using their online prowess to try to attract more people to do attacks in other parts of the world.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, I don't think we should be taking a victory lap yet. Look, President Trump has done a great job as commander-in-chief in allowing our military to win in Iraq and Syria. But ISIS has not gone away, and it's not going to. They are in 30 countries right now. We lost a few Special Forces guys a couple of months ago. That's part of that fight against ISIS, many of which are relocating to places in Africa, places that are remote, places where they have a bed for recruiting. But ISIS is not going away. They're compelled by a 1,400-year-old theology. And until we are able to defeat the theology, we're going to continue to see ISIS and other organizations with the same theology as ISIS.
And as they're losing the land, you know, they are going to be calling for followers to continue to conduct lone wolf attacks. How concerned are you about that?
Well, I'm very concerned about it. I think in the next 30 days, and I'm not a prophet and don't claim to be, but I think in the next 30 to 45 days, you're going to see something that they'll be able to lay claim to, because they are losing support rapidly as a result of that map you just showed, and they depend upon their recruiting efforts to be able to refill the ranks of ISIS with the fighters that they need to continue to build this caliphate. And this cyber caliphate that has been built is very real, because that is where I think they get the majority of their recruits, is actually through the internet.
Any thoughts on how to get ahead of ISIS online?
Well, yes, we have to start doing some hard things, and we have to start taking down their websites. We have to start eliminating them. Look, we have the cyber capabilities to do all of those things, but we've got to disrupt their operations. And quite frankly, and nobody but me would probably say this, we need to start putting out some things on the internet there that will confuse their people, that will make them do some bad things, some mistakes that ultimately will work against them.
Well, I think a confusion campaign sounds like a good plan. Cyber is certainly the new battlefield. Thank you, General Boykin.
Glad to be with you, Leah.